So any wise guy guru will tell you that it's really important to ask questions. But what often is not discussed as much is the proper way to ask questions. So we all need to ask questions in order to learn. But how we ask those questions is actually far more important. And so through the years, I've known several people who have a lot more experience than me, a lot more wisdom than me, a lot more knowledge than me, and frankly would have a lot to teach me. But I've always been very, very careful in how I ask such individuals for help and for instruction. What I really try really hard not to do is to simply pass the buck and ask them the questions without doing any work or research on my part. That's one of the most irresponsible things, and frankly, one of the most dishonest things you can do. Because if you have a question, but you're not willing to do any research or inquiry on your own with the resources you already have available for, then that means you're pretty dishonest, and you don't really care that much about the answer, and you just want a free ride. That's not okay. And so it's good to have an inquiring mind. It's good to want to know more about truth and righteousness, but we need to be really, really careful about how we pursue that knowledge and understanding. We need to do what we can with the information we already have available, and not always be barking up the upline to those who may or may not know more about than we do. First, do your own research. Search the scriptures. Talk to those who are close to you. Pray, and especially see what the best books have to say. And then after you've exhausted all available resources, then maybe go to those who are who you might consider to have more light and truth than you, and ask them what they think. What I will do in terms of inquiring, asking questions of those who may know more than me is ask them situational questions. Say, hey, I'm in this situation, or here's the scenario, and ask them scenario-based questions. And usually that's more an appropriate, more fruitful, and more honest way to go, where you got a situation at hand, and you have a relationship with somebody who might be able to help you out with that. But anyway, I just want to pass that along for those who might feel inclined to start asking Jared questions because you think I might have some kind of gouge that you don't. I would encourage you to first look to the scriptures, look to those closest to you first, before going elsewhere.